What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We are back at it again with the safety edition. We are counting down, man. I believe we got like 11 days until the draft, man. 11 days until you find out the future of the Dallas Cowboys and everybody else team, right? But as we continue to get closer and we continue to look at more prospects, man, I just see like more and more of like the possibilities that can be had in this draft. Like for certain positions, you may not want to go ahead and draft them like up top, like day one, maybe round two. But I see a lot of quality players in the middle to the end of the draft, man. And I believe that if your team is a good drafting team, I believe that you could probably find some gems. There's gonna be because usually y'all I would mess around and watch, draft coverage, but I'll be honest with you, y'all. Like I've been doing this process on my own. I wanted to try something different this year, right? I wanted to block out all the noise and look at these prospects without having anybody's opinion. And then as since I'm close to the end now I'll go ahead, and consume some draft, content as far as like path to the draft, what ESPN got to say, what other people got to say, what my guy Brian Broaders got to say, right? I'll be looking at things like that now since we're closer to that, right? Because I like to see, do we agree or do we not agree? Because like when I get done looking at a prospect, I'm gonna look at other scouts. What do they think about them? Or do we kind of see things the same way, or do we disagree? And a lot of the times, man, when I see scouts, we have some similarities, and we have a lot of similarities in how we see things, but we definitely have some disagreements on things, right? And only time would tell, right? Only the player can prove us wrong or right? Sometimes it wasn't the player that it didn't have the talent, they just didn't have the will to get it done. And sometimes, man, they might have had the will to get it done, but they had a lot of physical limitations. And sometimes, man, they overachieved or underachieved. Who just never know when it comes down to this draft, right? But one thing you can know, right? Because like I said, it's like a gamble, right? It's a gamble. You're gambling, and you're hoping that you hit right. You hoping that you hit that 7 and 11 on that draft pick. It's like the stock market, right? Like I always go back to the stock market. If you do your due diligence, more than likely, you're going to go ahead and eat on that investment, either early on, later on. You're going to eat. Sometimes you got to have patience. You got to buy and hold. Sometimes you can go ahead and sell a few days later or something, right? But the main thing is getting profit. That's much what the draft is about, is getting profit on your investment, right? And the profit is the contract of the player. The profit is, can I go ahead and get these few years on this contract? And whether I pay you or not going to depend on you, but I want to get a few years to help me with other things that I got going on, right? So it's kind of like a give and take type of thing. But with that being said, y'all, we're going to get into these safeties. Now, you have to excuse me. As I watch these safeties, I had a little bit trouble in with the film, right? Because as I access the film, sometimes, man, when I watch the safety, a lot of the times, man, I might see him backpedal for about good 4 slides, and then all of a sudden he out the picture for a while until the camera moves around, right? So I did the best that I can to try to zero in as much as possible, but I just did. But as we finish the safeties and we go to the quarterbacks, we can get a much thorough evaluation, because all eyes is always on the quarterbacks. So there's no way that you didn't see this movement or that. Yeah, you may not see what he sees sometimes down the field, but you can still get an accurate depiction on his reads and everything. And sometimes they'll go ahead and show you through a different camera. So you can definitely get a good feel for a quarterback, which will be the last position that we do next. So pretty much what it is we're gonna do safeties right now. We're gonna do quarterbacks next. Then after that, we just gonna do miscellaneous, positions that we might have didn't get in depth in. We did 10 in every position though, but say for instance, D line or something like that, right? We might go ahead and look at a handful more of D line, man. We might look at a handful more corners or tight ends or whatever the case may be, right? Running backs, man. We might get more in depth in the running backs, right? But I just wanted to go ahead and just get 10 each position. I believe that's 100, if I'm not mistaken. If I did 10 for everything, I believe that's 100. But I want to do as many as I can, because the goal, I'm gonna do my best. The goal is to try to get a setup, man, where I can go live during the draft process and we can talk, man, and chop it up, man. While we go ahead with this draft process. T-Dub, what's going on, man? Oh yeah, man. Glad you here, T-Dub. Glad you here, T-Dub. Glad you here, man. Yeah, we just doing a little talk. But yeah, we ready to get into these safeties. Damn, I left my glasses. Oh well, we go ahead and thug it through. But the first safety that I watched was Brian Branch from Alabama, 6', 190. Brian Branch, I like Brian Branch, man. Brian Branch is one of the few complete safeties that I have watched, man. And one thing about Brian Branch is he's good in run support, right? But I say that though, but not a lot of the times, man, somebody that his frame can go ahead, man, and take on the blocks that the way that he does, man. Like he shows, the ability to take on blocks, take on the tight end, or maybe even try to take on a tackle to a certain degree, man, and go get off that block to go make a tackle, man. So he's active in that department, and he's also a good tackler, right? One thing I liked about him in run support was it was against Texas. He had made a goal line stop, right? I mean, the running back was very close to the goal line, man, and he stopped him like inches, man, like inches away, man. That was a good play, man. I like that, right? But in watching Brian Branch, I seen him play in the box. I seen him play in a slot. I see him single high, So Brian Branch definitely played a whole a lot of sequences, a whole lot of spots for Alabama, right? And and there was one particular play. It was against Ole Miss, the top wide receiver for Ole Miss, right? He covered it 1v1, stride for stride in the slot, and it was for an incomplete pass in the red zone, man. So that was a good display of his coverage ability, right? He got good range. I did see a lot of play, even though I seen him and he was good in coverage. I did see a lot of snaps that he had close to the line of scrimmage, though, right? But it ain't like he can't play high, right? It ain't like he ain't an interchangeable safety, because I believe it is though. But his best thing might be probably going ahead and playing close to the line of scrimmage, man. Be able to go ahead and play a little nickel, picking up a tight end or something like that, right? That might be his best thing, right? But he can't do it. He's a very good athlete, and he will be a good starter in the NFL. And I believe that's one of the safety. He's a safe pick. I believe that's probably one of the safest picks in the NFL draft is Brian Branch, right? Now you're gonna know what you're gonna get with Brian Branch. Let's just put it there, right? Yeah, there's some more talented players there, but who knows if they're going to pass out? Some people say that other players may got character concerns, or will he be able to go ahead and do this and do that, though? One thing for sure, Brian Branch, what you see on the tape, it's going to translate to the NFL fine. I'm sure of that, right? But, yeah, man, his transition and his backpedal, I like that was very good, man. It was nice and smooth, a fluid mover. It got good IQ, right? and I like how when he sees it in his instance, when he sees it, he got a good burst to go get it, man. And I like the way that he go ahead and takes the chance, man, and go ahead and undercut passes, because a lot of the times, man, he's successful in undercutting passes, man. But yeah, like I said, Brian Branch is probably your most safety. Well, he's probably the safest safety for sure, but he's probably one of the most safest picks in the draft is real. I would have to say it's probably safe. I mean, like I said, anything can go wrong. I'm not saying that because there's always a chance that something can go all wrong. But as far as production, I haven't seen anybody trying to complain about his character or whatever the case, even though I don't even put no stock into that. I believe that this man is safe. I will put him in the top 5 of safest picks from what I have evaluated so far. And if I had to really be honest with you and looking, man, I might have to go ahead and make it higher and say top 3 safest picks, if not the safest pick, to be honest with you, you know. So I take with it as you see. But Brian Branch definitely is a good player. So on to my next one, man, is J.L. Skinner. What's going on, Jay Bird? Yeah. Shoot, I had messed around. Man, I spent all day looking at these safeties, man. And I was out there watching the last safety last night, man. All of a sudden, man, I'm looking at the safety. All of a sudden, my head in the notebook like that. It was 11 o'clock, man. Oh, I was like, dang, let me go ahead and get some rest, man. But yeah, I pretty much knocked all of them out yesterday because I wanted to hurry up and get to the quarterbacks ASAP. Because, tomorrow I got to celebrate my Kings being in the playoffs, man. So, I might not be able to get no scouting in tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice the play-in today and get a good, nice little look at these quarterbacks today after this live. So, yeah, that's what we doing today. But on to the next one, man. J.L. Skinner from Boise State, 6'4", 209. I like J.L. Skinner. I seen that he suffered a bicep injury, though. So that bicep injury might go ahead and allow for a team to get some good value in the player. J.L. Skinner is a good player. I like J.L., man. Good energy, good range. He also will be a complete safety, right? Even though he's good in coverage, I wouldn't say he's as good as Brian Branch. But as far as what you want your safety to do, JL can do just that, right? I love his run support. He's a good ball hawk, right? Good size, right? If I had to give you maybe a lightweight comparison, even though he's not as big, I get Cam Chancellor vibes from him. Just a little bit smaller, but I think his frame can handle probably 10 more pounds, and I don't think it'll go ahead, man, and to make a difference with JL though. But JL be a good safety though, right? Now there's other safeties that probably cover what's going on, Hoodlum. Now there's other safeties that can go ahead and cover maybe a little bit better, but that doesn't mean that JL isn't good in coverage, right? But I like his angles and run support. I also seen that he could play the split and single high. I seen him do I see him do a solid job at Boise with single high, right? Yeah, but like I said, I think that about 215, 220 for him, man. I think, man, he'd be a little monster, man. Because I foresee him in the NFL, man, smacking people up, man, jarring it, actually being what if I had to, okay, I gave you the Cam Chancellor, because yeah, I think he is a Cam Chancellor, but I just think he a little bit better coverage safety than Cam Chancellor was, right? Cam Chancellor, he may bring the boom on her, and he may be a little bit more physical, right? But I think Cam Chancellor probably a good comparison for JL, right? But his hips though, and the reason why I say Cam Chancellor because he got good hips though. But there's a tad bit of tightness in them hips, though. He's not as fluid as Branch is, though. There's a little bit of tightness in them hips, though. But that ain't gonna stop him from being a good player, though. JL would be a good player, man, in the draft. And I also think that Would the Cowboys get him? No, I'll probably say no, unless it's later on because you signed Donovan Wilson and you got Curse. So I don't think they'll get a player. They would get a player like Branch, but I don't think they'll get a player like JL Skinner. But I would love to have a player like JL Skinner, though. On to the next one. Jartavius Martin from Illinois. Illinois had two safeties that I watched, though, but this is the first one, right? Jartavius is more of the coverage safety, right? 5'11, 194. One thing I seen was that he covered in the slot well, and he played center field for Illinois, right? he hustled. He was good in coverage. I love his ball skills as well, right? I like his ability to carry wide receivers out of the slot downfield, right? He had a good close-in speed and good range, and he also had a lot of fluidity in his movement, man. So he's one of them coverage safeties, man, that can do a team good, right? Because one thing, because I ain't gonna lie, like in my five that I'll talk later, there was a little mix and match that I was trying to do with him and JL, man. But I like him because he's gonna be more your coverage dude, right? Your safety that can go ahead, man, and be in multiple looks, man. And you ain't gotta try to hurry up and do this. You can do multiple things with him in coverage, man. Right? Now, he does need to take better angles. The angles could be better, right? My thing will be, okay, so he about 5'11, right? So when you go against some 6'4", 6'5" tight ends, man, will he have an issue in the red zone or just in general, man, and getting boxed out by them bigger bodies, though? Or if you got to go against a 6'4", 6'5" wide receiver, is he going to be able to handle that physicality? But speed, your speedier tight ends. Let me give you an example. Going against, I think he can go against Waller. He can go against somebody like Waller. Hawkinson. He can go against some tight ends like that. He can go ahead and go against, one of your little speedier tight ends, because he can go ahead and do a good job. Because one thing I seen him carry some in the slot as well, deep. So that was cool for him, right? But just in all, man, you just gonna get a coverage guy from him, right? And his run support is good enough. Let's just say that it's good enough to go ahead and say that he won't be a liability in run support, though. But of course, he can be a little bit better with his run support. But I don't think that he'll be a liability, though. But when you think of Jartavius Mountain, I forgot his nickname, though. But when you think of Jartavius, just think of a cover safety, because that's definitely him. On to the next one. I think the safety class, man, I was able to come up with a lot of comparisons, man, because when watching these safeties, man, a lot of players came to my mind, especially with this next one. Y'all probably going to be familiar with this next one. Antonio Johnson from Texas A&M, 6'2", 198. Antonio Johnson is a hitter for sure. He's very good in run support, split safety. A&M, Texas A&M had him coming forward a lot. He's more of your box safety, right? If I had to give you a comparison, and I believe this is probably an accurate comparison, even though Texas A&M is similar, I'll say I've seen a lot of Donovan Wilson in him. I'll be honest with you. I've seen a lot of Donovan in him, right? So when you think of Antonio Johnson, think of Donovan Wilson, right? Got good pursuit, right? He gonna come down, man. He gonna hit you. I've seen him play in nickel, but I don't like him going backwards, though, right? It was like he wasn't as good going backwards as he was going forward. If the play is in front of him, he gonna eat it. It's just like Donovan Wilson. You don't want Donovan Wilson going back. We want him going forward. If it's in front of him, he see ball, he gonna go get ball, right? And that's the same thing with Antonio Johnson, right? I necessarily wouldn't play him single high. I've seen it, but I wasn't a fan of it, right? With him in single high. He does shed blocks well. Um, he probably will struggle a little bit guarding speed if you was to go ahead and match him up uh, in coverage. But he should be able to handle the physical tight ends, the bigger tight ends, right? Because he got the size for it, right? He's 6'2", right? He could be able to go ahead and put a little jam on a wide receiver, be able to carry it a little bit. He definitely can bring that to the table. Because one thing that and the reason why I say one of the reasons why I don't like him going back pedal, because his back pedal was very high. It was very upright, right? He didn't look comfortable, right? The back pedal definitely wasn't what you want to see if you was going to put him at single high. I definitely wouldn't do that with him, right? But yeah, not a coverage safety though, but a playmaker he can be, right? He definitely I wouldn't call him Jamal Adams. I'll call him more of a Donovan Wilson, right? Somebody that you'll have like to spy, things of that nature, right? But overall, good player too. Other than, since JL had the bicep injury, a lot of these players that I'm naming is day 2 and day 3 players. Not saying they're not going to be good, but they are day 2, day 3 players. The only one that I would tell you from what I watched that'd be for sure day 1 is Brian Branch from Alabama. Yeah, he definitely would be a day 1 player. But Daniel Scott from Cal, 6'1", 208. Daniel Scott, I wouldn't call him Taylor Rapp. I wouldn't call him the Bengals safety because the Bengals safety had more athleticism than him. I can't think of the Bengals safety name though. I can't think of the name, man. But I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't give him Weddle either. He's just more of his own. Let's just say that, man. He probably got a little piece of everybody though. But Daniel Scott is a center fielder, right? One thing I did see in watching him, Cal versus a Notre Dame game, when he was going against Michael Mayer, the big tight end, he beat him for a tug. Michael Mayer stuck his foot in the ground and beat him inside, and it really wasn't close. It really wasn't close, man. Jesse Bates, yeah. It really wasn't close, man. I'll be honest with you, like I was disappointed because I don't know, because Michael Mayer is a big boy. He ain't twitchy, and for some reason, Michael Mayer hit him with a fake inside. He hit him inside though, but everybody knew that he was gonna go ahead and stick it inside though, and he just gave him a whole bunch of cushion. I'm like, man, I didn't like that. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like that, man. I didn't like that from him at all. But he is more comfortable playing center fielder and making his reads. But in playing him in nickel, him coming down, no, he was a little bit uncomfortable. He doesn't have the athletic ability. He's more of just a good player, right? He don't have the speed, the strength, right? But he's just a player that will win off of him being smart, off of him being technically sound. That's what type of player he is, right? But I did see that he was good in his run recognition, and man, I think I seen sometime about he had 167 tackles in 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. But his run recognition is good, and he usually makes the tackle, man. When he sees it, he comes down with a little, he come down with some intentions. I wouldn't say he a hitter, but he come down with some intentions, with some certainty that he gonna go ahead and make the play. But I also got in here in big letters, can he guard 1v1 versus tight ends or wide receivers? And one thing, and from the film that I watched, I'm gonna have to say no. I'm gonna say no right now. He might can improve because anybody can improve, but one-on-one. If Michael Meyer giving you problems, just think about Kelsey, Hawkinson, Waller, right? Just think about them tight ends, man. I believe they're going to give you problems too. Andrews is going to give you problems, man. So I think that if you go ahead, man, and keep him in that center field and allow him to make plays right there and allow others to do their thing, If you just have him at center field, then I believe he'll go ahead and do that. But then you look at it like this. I didn't watch the game. I was trying to look for the game. But in reading what somebody else had to say, because, like I said, I do my due diligence and read what somebody else got to say. They said against the Oregon game, he had a whole bunch of coverage butts. So I can't put that on him because I didn't see it. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure if I had to guess that would be accurate. I hope they're not lying on him. But that's not good. Because if that's all you got is to be a center fielder and you allow a coverage bust at center fielder, then that tells me a whole lot. So I guess I'm probably speaking positive on now, but I guess he's lucky that I didn't see that game. He might be lucky that I didn't see that game, because that game might have went on ahead, man, and allowed me to think a little bit different of him, right? But yeah, man, I didn't see too much makeup speed on him. Like I said, I just think he could probably just be a good football player and use and with his intelligence, man. You go ahead and go see the ball, man. But him going backwards as far as like covering somebody, being able to have it back to the football, man, making a play, he might not be good in that aspect, though. But if you can see it in a center fielder and go ahead, man, and use his range, he probably be a decent safety. But Daniel Scott, would I rock with Daniel Scott for the Cap? No, nah. I would want a little bit more athleticism with him. I would want him to be more in the hooker type of mode, as far as being able to come down and cover a little bit and being able to make. I wouldn't want that on him though. But I'm pretty sure that a team that'll go ahead, man, and get his eyes, get his develop him. I'm pretty sure he might be. He could probably be a decent center fielder for a team. But just not for my team. Just not for my team, man. All right, the next one is the other Illinois safety. Sidney Brown from Illinois, 5'10", 211. Good size. He not tall, but good size nonetheless, right? He had a size disadvantage in the red zone against the Wyoming tight end. But he competed all the way through and he won. So I like that about it, though, right? Because he fought like crazy to go ahead and get that incomplete pass, and when it was in his hands, he kept fighting, and it was an incomplete pass. I like that, right? But could it be a problem in the field? It may be, but if you go ahead and compete, man, you probably be able to go ahead and win a lot more than people may think. But he's definitely a box safety, right? He's definitely the opposite the other safety that we talked about with Jartavius, right? His play recognition needs to improve. He does get sideline to sideline. I've seen he got a track background, but I didn't see his track background in his play. I'll be honest with you. Maybe when he goes, when he be on a straight line speed, okay, maybe, but in space and going side to side, I didn't see it, right? But track is going forward anyway, right? But he does disengage blocks well, right? His lack of length may be an issue. He doesn't have, like I said, he's not the most athletic or fluid when in space, right? I would make him a linebacker. I would convert him to a linebacker. I'll throw a few more pounds on him, and I'll make him a linebacker. He's physical enough, and I think that transition will be a little bit better. I think the safety position, it could be hit or miss for him. But I think if you went on ahead and throw him the linebacker, I think you'll probably have a better job in doing that, right? Because I believe that what he brings to the table, I think it could translate to him playing linebacker, right? But his change of direction, though, that's why I would say, man, linebacker, man, because him just going for it and going seam ball, man, and I think linebacker would probably be his best, right? Kind of like the Mark Barron, convert Mark Barron to linebacker. I think the Eagles did it with Kaiser White. I think he should be one of them safety converted to linebacker type of players, right? I wouldn't be surprised in the NFL draft they say his name, they say linebacker instead of safety, right? Go ahead and throw about a good 10 pounds on him, man. Make him beat about 220, in about the 220s, man, and I think he can go ahead, man, and be a good. I think he'd be a good linebacker. I think he'd be a better linebacker than he was safety. I tried. I couldn't find no tape on the Sac State Marti Mapu Sac State, so I skipped him. But my next one that I did was Jordan Battle from Alabama, 6'1", 209. I like Jordan Battle. Jordan Battle is a technically sound safety, right? He is a free safety, a center fielder, right? One thing I like about Jordan Battle is he's always in the right position. I like that pick six that I seen against Georgia in 2021. Took it to the crib. He takes good angles. He has good recovery speed. To me, right? Good play recognitions and instincts. His tackling is good enough. He's fluid in coverage, man. He's a ball hawk and he does score. I believe he had 3 touchdowns that he took to the house over his 6 picks, I believe, right? He is a starter. He may not be your twitchy branch type of player though, but he's one of the ones that who the Cal safety we just talked about 2 safeties ago should have be, right? Jordan Battle was that guy. I like Jordan Battle. Which one was you talking about, Jay Bird? Was you talking about the one we just talked about, Sydney? Or you talking about Battle? I'm talking about. But yeah, Jordan Battle. I wouldn't say Eddie Jackson. But I wouldn't be surprised if he came on strong in the league. Because Jordan Battle was a good. Oh, Brown. Oh, let me see what you said real quick. Brown. What you say about Brown? Yeah, his balance, his tackling in space might be a little bit to desired, right? At the safety position. I think if he went on the head, I think he'll probably be better. I think his the what he bring, I think he'd be better off at linebacker, to be honest with you. I think that'll do more of a service to him to be a linebacker. I think they should convert him because one thing I did see, his block, him getting rid of blocks. Hey, he was throwing people to the ground. He was throwing tight ends. He was throwing some linemen to the ground. So I like that about him. So I'm like, so that tells me you got some shock in your hands. So why not use that and go ahead play some linebacker, bulk you up a little bit and put you at linebacker. I think he could be a good linebacker. I believe. But everybody else converting everybody. Everybody converting to safeties. Corners convert to safeties. Safeties convert to linebackers, right? So I think, man, I think he'd be a good linebacker. I as safety, he might have a little bit more trouble. Not saying that he can't adjust, right? I definitely will have him on special teams, but I'm trying him at linebacker. They can go ahead and see how good he'll be in the box as safety, though. But I think, with his lack of length, I think it'll be good at backer. But yeah, with the Jordan Battle, back to the Jordan Battle, I like Jordan Battle. I think whoever get Jordan Battle will get a good safety, a good starter. I think he'll be a good starter. Jordan Battle's a good player. Yeah, Alabama. You see like Alabama, man, hey, talent be coming through Alabama, don't they? Talent be coming through Alabama. Yeah. Battle can play. Battle definitely can play, man. I like Battle, man. I like Battle. Okay. Here's my controversial one. That me and many other scouts disagree with. Kayvon Merriweather from Iowa, 6'205". So they say because of his lack of him not being a twitchy athlete, a great mover, and having fluidity in his hips, they were speaking word on him. They said that this man is going to be a special teams player, and I pretty much see that he can't play. Now, I'm not saying that he gonna be a Pro Bowler, but I think that Kayvon Merriweather is underrated, and I think he could be a quality starter. I think he could be a good starter for a good 5 to 7 years, man, and get the job done, man. I seen and watching film, I seen a back pedal that was smooth from what I've seen. I seen that in the run game, he took good angles. I think he's an interchangeable safety. I think he's like a jack of all trades. He's a master of none, but can do many things, right? I seen him split. I seen him single high. I seen him in a little box, right? I seen good range on him. I seen good awareness, especially what was it against Ohio State? I believe. I think it was against Ohio State. He was down. It was in the red zone. Man, he shifted transition. He backpedaled. He smooth. He swung his hips. Man, it was in on deflection. Man, I wish I can. Man, I might have to clip that play. I might have to clip that play. That was a good play. I'm like, That's what play that kind of caught my eye because going to see Iowa versus Ohio State, that was the first game, one of the first games I watched with him. And yeah, I'm higher on him than the others, man. I wouldn't have him at nickel though. I wouldn't have him guard nobody at nickel, right? But I think with the right coaching and with the right scheme, I think he'll go ahead, man, and be a good player, man. Right? I just see a safety, like I said, that can just add value to the team and not just on special teams, but can actually give you some game action. In the NFL, would he be a center fielder? Probably not consistently. I probably wouldn't have him. I probably have him do other things. But I think he's a good safety that could just get the job done. Right? I think, I just think he's a good safety, man. I do, man. I just seen it. I didn't think he was as bad as what the scouts said he was, man. So hey, so that's one player that I got circled that I'm like, okay, I'm wanting to see if I'm wrong or right on him, man. I want to see, man, because I just think he's a good safety, right? Just a good enough safety that I just get the job done. Everybody that you get ain't gonna be a Pro Bowler, right? You know, because he a day 3 safety anyway. He a day 3 safety. I just think he's a cool safety. Now, I think what they meant to say was this next player that we ready to talk about. I think they meant to say that about him because I am not big on him at all. And it's Brandon Joseph from Notre Dame, 6'2", I'm not big on him at all. Northwestern transfer because I seen when he played at Northwestern and Notre Dame. Now I'm not big on him at all. Right, but he does come down, and he come down with mean intentions. Yes, he does. I'm not gonna lie. He does come right. His back pedal is horrible. It's horrible, y'all. There ain't no other way to say it's horrible. It's horrible. Even though he has experience playing both single high and in the box, definitely wouldn't have him at single high. You just asking to get beat with him at single high. He looked uncomfortable to me in coverage, right? Now, this is somebody that backup and a special teams player right here. That's somebody that you would say is that, right? He does got straight line speed, though, right? His angles need to be better, a lot better, right? But he does have interception production, though. And I think they said he has, what did he say? I think they said he has 6 in 1 year at Northwestern. He does need to wrap up better, though. That's one thing he does need to do, right? But he gives you experience at both safety spots, even though I wouldn't have him, though. But Scout said that he could play center fielder. I say he can't. And I don't need to see it. I know I'm right on that one. You can put him at center fielder if you want to, but he going to get toasted, especially in the NFL. Especially in the NFL. Jamie Robinson, no. I like Jamie. If I had to give you, well, hold on, let me tell you. Jamie is 5'11", 191, Florida State University. Now with Jamie, let me give you a good picture on Jamie. Jamie is Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward. You can say Jamie is Jimmy Ward. Now Jamie has free safety and nickel experience, and seeing him, he does good at both, right? So you know how Jimmy Ward is Like even with the Niners, they trying to figure out, is he a safety one? He a safety 1 year, then he a nickel corner the next. I think that'll be with Jamie. Trying to figure out what he do best, but you shouldn't. You should play them both because he'll be able to that'll translate to the NFL, right? Even though he's 5'11", 190, 191, he doesn't have really he don't have a small frame, right? He got good close in burst, right? He got good ball skills. He's fluid in his movement. You got to be a fluid mover, and if you're gonna be doing well as a nickel cornerback. He tackles in space well. I've seen a lot of tackles, man. Him tackling in space, right? He's aggressive in run support. He's very feisty, right? Good breaks on the football. The only thing that I've seen that could be in question is his long speed. So, I mean, if he's trying to go ahead, man, if a wide receiver, man, trying to go ahead and take him up top, let's see if he can do it. I'm talking about a speedy wide receiver, too, because a possession wide receiver ain't about to take him up top. I think he's a good player. He does need better contact balance because he did miss some tackles, though, but that wasn't because of his lack of effort or his lack of intention. It was because it was his lack of balance. He need better contact balance with Jamie. Overall, I wouldn't be surprised if he went a little higher. But seeing that he 5'11", 191, I think he'd probably be a third or fourth round pick because of it. I think if he was a bigger safety, I think he'd be a little bit higher. I'll give you my top five, man. My top five is Branch. Now, I was struggling with J.L. Skinner and Jartavius Martin at 2 and 3. I wanted to go Martin at 2 because he's a better coverage safety. But then I got to go like, okay, J.L. Skinner, man. J.L. Skinner could really be a playmaker, man. So I'm like, and it ain't like he a bum in coverage. So I went on ahead and gave J.L. the second spot and gave Martin the third spot. I gave Jordan Battle the fourth spot. And I was kind of split between Jamie Robinson and Antonio Johnson at the fifth spot. But I think I'm going to have to go ahead and give Jamie Robinson the fifth spot because of his good coverage ability. Because he's better in coverage, right? Jamie can go forward and back. Antonio Johnson, I don't want you going back. So I'm going to have to probably give that fifth spot to Jamie because, because cover safeties always get the nod over just a box safety. A box safety come a dime a dozen, but a true complete safety that can go ahead, man, and do solid at both, it comes, but it don't come like the box safety. But yeah, man, them is the safeties that I watched in regard to this draft. And like I said earlier, y'all, unless would somebody like Branch drop to Dallas at 20? Probably not. But if he did, you might have to consider that too if all your other positions is off the board. But the safeties is definitely, you'll see a whole bunch of safeties come off the board starting day 2. Branch is the only one I believe, unless somebody else believes. See, J.L. Skinner, he might have could have came in there. He might have could have creeped in there, but he got that bicep injury, so he ain't going in the first round. But other than that, you got a lot of second, third, fourth round safeties. Yeah, so you're gonna see a lot of safeties day 2 and early day 3. Should the Cowboys go safety? Yeah, man. I mean, as mentioned before, man, Dallas needs something of everything if you want to look at it to a certain degree. If I'm Dallas, who I'm looking at, I'll tell you. I'm looking at Martin. I'm looking at Branch. I'm looking at Jamie Robinson. I'm looking at hold up. Scott, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just so like in the middle with him. And Battle. That's who. Battle, I'm looking at it. Uh yeah. Robinson, Battle, Branch. Would I go Skinner? I mean, Sidney Brown, I would consider later on if I want to make him a linebacker. Um, Skinner, I like Skinner though, but I just think that might be off the board because with Wilson coming back, I think I think that with Wilson, I'll be honest with you. I'm not trying to go ahead and put this on him. Let's knock on wood. But I'm just concerned a little bit about that durability moving forward because of the way he plays. Right? We know that the what they ask of him to do, playing close to the line of scrimmage, trying to set the edge. I wonder if they should have went on ahead and just went cheaper there. Kind of like what you see. Unintentionally, we found Curse, right? Unintentionally, we found Curse. We drafted Wilson, what, like fourth round? Something like that. So, like I said, box safeties you can always find, right? But how long have we been looking for somebody like Malik Hooker, right? We've been looking for a Malik Hooker type, right? We've had Byron Jones, but he wasn't Malik Hooker, right? We've had all these players, man. We've been looking for a true center fielder. A true center fielder is not easy to come by, right? And you know, somebody like a Derwin James, you got to get him earlier. And the way that the Cowboys been picking, they didn't have the luxury to get somebody like Derwin James because they had other pressing needs that needed to be addressed. So getting a Derwin James, something like that, right? But also, you got fourth, fifth round picks like Eddie Jackson that you may skip over, right? So even though that we've been very good in drafting, we're not gonna act like we ain't had some misses too. Like, dang, if you would have won on the head, man, because I guess it took for just recently for us to start getting pedigreed players. Like real players of like real pedigree. Like we always would get a Boise State. I'm not saying Boise State don't got to play, because Boise State be having some players, man. Crawford, Lawrence, right? But Boise State be having some players though. But we need more. Alabama, right? What did the Redskins or the Commanders do, right? They went on ahead, took Allen and pedigree, and they dominating their D line. They got an Ohio State and Mississippi State, I believe, rushers. And I believe what Davis is Florida. So, and their defense shows. Who's on our defense? We got Boise State, UCLA. We went on here. I believe we got Ole Miss now. We got Iowa. Now you start to get now you went on ahead and start to get the LSUs, right? You went on ahead and get an LSU backer last year and a LSU backer the previous year. You went to go get an Oklahoma State. Then you went to go get an Alabama corner who's locking things up. How long we been waiting to go ahead and get these players, these type of players, right? I would love to see a little bit more Big Ten, SEC, ACC. I mean, not saying that the other conferences ain't good because we got a Big 12 wide receiver. Not saying that that if you got a baller, because the Big 12 be having some pass rushers. Don't get it. They be having some pass rushers, right? McCoy, even the Texas Tech one coming out, Iowa State one coming out. Like they be having some pass rushers, y'all. They be having some good edge players, but I want more pedigree players on this team. Because I think that's what been missing. And us getting the LSU backers, the Alabama backers, that's what's doing us better. That offensive lineman, I ain't tripping. You can go ahead and go to the Pac-10, right? You go get you a Tyron. You can go get you to another conference, go get you a Tyler, a Notre Dame, right? A Big 12 type of old tackle, and then go ahead and get you a Wisconsin center, right? But on certain positions, need to be pedigree. Tight ends, it don't matter. A baller's a baller, right? Quarterbacks, don't matter. A baller's a baller. O-lineman, baller's a baller. A running back, a baller's a baller. But when you start getting to that defense, I think pedigree a little bit matters. I think it does. Because when I'm looking at these other teams, they come from pedigree, like Chris Jones, Mississippi State, right? Where did Frank Clark come from? Was it Michigan? Or my trip? Was it Michigan? I think it was Michigan. Bolton, was it Missouri? You know? So they get all these pedigree players. I think pedigree matters on defense. And that's where your edge come from. Yeah, you can get other ballers. And if you can see a baller, go get that baller, though. But it's not a coincidence that some of the players that's coming in right away and contributing right away, even as rookies, come from pedigree situations. The Trayvon Diggs, the Damones, right? Micah, because you know Penn State gonna always have them linebackers. One thing's for sure, Penn State used to always come with them linebackers, man. Now I know they've been kind of lacking just a tad bit though, right? But Penn State, man, Sean Lee, we know we're gonna get a linebacker from Penn State. Pedigree type of player. We know that we can go get you a nice O lineman at Wisconsin. Pedigree, right? So I think that the defense should continue building off of pedigree, because I'm looking at Alabama, right? Eddie Jackson. They slept on Eddie. Eddie's a pedigree safety. Eddie balling. Underrated right now. Underrated. I'm not saying Battle might be Eddie, but Battle's a good safety. Pedigree, good coaching. I seen some crazy stuff talking about Will Anderson wasn't the best edge rusher. What we looking at here? You know, like Alabama, he showed up in all the. Somebody said the Texas Tech. I know we talk about safety level. Somebody said the Texas Tech DN was better than Will Anderson. Now, Tyree Wilson is definitely in my top 5, right? He ain't no bum. I like him. But better than Will? He not no premium. So I'm like, is we throwing smoke screens? Or is we really talking football here? Because Will Anderson is the best edge rusher. He's complete. Right? Now, I only seen, now, I'll probably go ahead and after the quarterbacks, probably maybe dig in and see if we can find some more gems. Especially at the D-line, right? Maybe backer. I know positions that the Cowboys need, I'll probably try to jig in and see if we can find some gems later on, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some gems that I might have didn't cover yet. And I seen, looking at their visits, a lot of the players that we like, that we watched, that we covered, the Cowboys are meeting with them. Players that they said it ain't that, they're meeting with them. So that says that we on the right track, man, and what we see, right? And then there's probably some players, man, that might not be out there that they probably like. Now, I'm very interested to watch these quarterbacks, man. I am. I'm very interested to see about these quarterbacks, because I think the value is going to come in the latter half as well. I think a lot of these positions, man, other than probably DN, other than edge rusher, probably D tackle, and probably cornerback. I think you're gonna starting to get the good value. I mean, wide receiver kind of deep. But I think the good value is gonna yeah, because I think the good value is gonna come in day 2, day 3. That's where the good value is gonna come. There's gonna be a whole lot of people reaching in this draft, man. I think this draft, man, is gonna. I think which I already know we are because we're a good drafting team. But if them due diligence come in, man, I think, I think we're gonna have a leg up for the now in the future, man. Straight up. Sidney Brown, safety, third, fourth round. I got him a little. I'll probably have him a little lower than that. But maybe if they got him in linebacker, maybe. Jaron Hall, QB. Yeah, we watching the QBs next. What's going on, Lo? What's going on? So, hey man, I think we done watched almost 100 players so far, if not 100. And we looking and every time I look at these players, I see a lot that's overrated. I mean that's to be expected though. From early in the draft, because I honestly think that sometimes the hype comes from the fans, right? that's why this year was the first year that I didn't really watch no draft content. I just took it upon myself to kind of just watch and then go ahead and maneuver because I don't want to have my mind thinking about what somebody else said while I'm watching these draft picks. I wanted to look at it for myself. And if we align, then we just align, right? If we don't, then I disagree. I remember a few years back, man, when Tony Jefferson, it was on Twitter, me and Brian Broaddus, shout out to Brian Broaddus. I rock with Brian Broaddus. I like his content. He spit it the way he see it, and I respect it. But me and him had got into it over Tony Jefferson. I said, "Yo," he's like Tony. I said, "Tony Jefferson a better shape than what you know." I know in Oklahoma though, but Tony Jefferson could play. And like, nah. Tony Jefferson ain't really had that opportunity to do it, but when he does, he get up in there and shine. So it might be because of his mouth, because sometimes he do run his mouth. But a good player, man. I would like Battle or Robinson, but our second pick may be high, and they will be going by the second pick. Yeah, second pick high for Battle and Robinson. Yeah, it's high. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised. Because our third round pick is pretty much a fourth round pick, and that's probably where Battle and Robertson will probably get ready to be going. Because I wouldn't necessarily pick none of them in the second round either. Not saying that they won't be good players though, but then you probably look at the needs of these other teams as well. The needs of these other teams, because a lot of these teams need what? Playmakers. Right, they looking for playmakers. They looking for the next edge rusher. Buffalo probably gonna be trying to look for an edge rusher, I believe, to replace that. No, not Buffalo. Is Buffalo? No, not Buffalo. I'm tripping. Buffalo got Vaughn. They tied with Vaughn. Teams like probably Miami or Neil something. Tennessee gonna be rebuilding. I don't know why Tennessee should have just came up out of that Simmons contract, man, and sent that here, man. I don't know what Tennessee doing. I seen a rumor though, y'all. I will go all out and send a second for Quinn. Oh hell yeah! Look, we know. Hey, look, we be on the same page with that because we wanted pay, man. I was disappointed, man, when they franchised him and signed him, man. Yeah. Oh, you're a free agent. and going on with what the Jets trying to do. Cause they trying to go ahead, man, and lure Rodgers in there, pay Rodgers. They trying to pay they might be trying to bring Hopkins up over there. I would love Quentin for this defense, and we'll give you Osa in return. So you're gonna get a cheap contract and you're gonna get a good run defender. And when you time to pay him, he's still gonna come up at a good contract. Because Quentin gonna break the bank. Would I break the bank with Quentin? Absolutely. There's not an every day that you get to find you Quentin, Chris Jones, Simmons, right? Aaron Donald, right? There's not every day that you find players like that, right? Sometimes you'll look up like Atlanta Falcons did with Grady Jarrett. I would love to have Grady Jarrett. Get about a good 2 years out of him. But I know he probably kind of going on it. But man, I'm seeing because Dan Quinn, I think Dan Quinn, I'm gonna tell you what Dan Quinn had in his mind. He had to have this in his mind. Dan Quinn probably thought that it was going to be built like the old Seattle Seahawks. Because the old Seattle Seahawks had nothing but the edge rushers, right? They had Meebane and Tony McDaniel in, and that's what they thought that they was going to do with Hankins and Osa, right? But they had Clemens, Irvin, Schofield. They had a little bit of Red Bryant. They had another rusher too. I can't think of his name though. But a lot of them was DN dependent. We are not DN dependent. We have to get that D tackle, man, that can cause some disruption. Now I like that we got Hankins back. I like it. But just think about it like this: Hankins compared with Quentin Williams. Come on, man. And Hankins taking 2, and Quentin is with 1 because you got Micah Grady. Come on, man. Come on, man. They think that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay. As much as I love the Dallas Cowboys and they draft, do you go ahead and if the Georgia D tackle, if he falls, say to like a little, say it's about 10 or after, do you just say forget it, man, and just trade up, man, and go get it? I think if that Georgia D tackle does slide to 10, I think a possibility he might slide later on to like 15, 17. Then you want to start thinking, because there might be a team that's in their 20s like, hold up, what's going on? Now, if they, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because I'm seeing they out here speaking wet on. They talking about. I seen a report. I think I seen it this morning, man. Before I went on my run, man. I think I seen dude was talking about the only when Jordan Davis left, he started acting up, and Jordan Davis the only one that can keep him calm. So that's why they're trying to go ahead and link him to Philadelphia. I'm like, that's how they speaking on him, man. That's how they speaking on him, man. Damn, all your teams suck, Eastside Herald. Dang, man. That's tough. Dang, man. Bet you wish you had Yao Ming in them, huh? Bet you wish you had Andre Johnson in them, huh? Dang, I know that's tough, man. I feel for you, Eastside. I feel for you for real, man. Man, I feel for you, man. I know that's tough. But you loyal though, man. What DJ Khaled said, you're loyal. Hey, I need to go ahead and download that song. But every time you come up in here, man, you're loyal. Because man, that takes a whole bunch of loyalty, man, to endure that. And then Houston, Texas, man. So man, your football and your basketball, the only hope that you make got is the baseball. That's tough. That's tough. Very tough. But yeah, man. I seen a report yesterday too that Dallas cornerback and tight end. I'm telling y'all, if the premium rushers is gone, if Bijan is gone, if one of these other premium positions, like a Weatherspoon gone, Gonzalez gone, don't be surprised, man. Kincaid, I'm telling you, Kincaid is the best tight end, man. It's Kincaid, Laporta, and Mayer for me. They're my three. But going back for what Dak need, going back for what we got now, I think Laporta or Kincaid will be the best for this team. I think they will be the best for this team, y'all. You got two, because remember, look, right? Look, you got your three wide receivers, right? And it ain't even a guarantee that Gallup, man. Like I said, I owe somebody that Gallup film. So like probably after this draft, we're gonna work on this Gallup film. As soon as we get done with this draft, we're gonna work on this Gallup film because he trying to feel like, man, I want to see what Gallup do. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed in that because I didn't hear about that. See, look, I didn't hear about that injury. They said that his injury didn't happen toward the end of the season. So if his injury happened toward the end of the season, then what the heck happened? Okay, I'll give you the first month since you came back. I'll give you the first month. So like that week, what, 8 and on? Where was you at? You telling me? So you telling me, man, jogging routes is unacceptable? I did a video, I didn't even drop it. So you telling me jogging routes is accepted? Bro, injured or not, bro, jogging routes. Bro, if you that injured, why are you doing on the field? So that didn't make sense to me. I think that's an excuse. So people like me won't criticize him all year. But I'm sorry, you're gonna get this work. You're gonna get this work. You jogging routes. You running the wrong routes. Hey, did y'all see that? Matter of fact, it's crazy that you said that because this was part of my video too. But I didn't drop it though. But I'll just talk about it right now. Did y'all see that Mike Martz breakdown of the Dak interceptions? Now we all came to the agreement that all of them wasn't Dak's fault. Now Mike Martz said that pretty much they all wasn't his fault. Now shows is gone if Houston don't right. Hey, when I see Laporta route that cornerback up, come on, man. How many tight ends do you see out wide routing up cornerbacks? When I see him route that cornerback up, I'm like, oh man, what? Bro, that's mismatch. That mismatch is crazy. Just think if you got 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends set, right? And you got and the defense got their big package. And you go ahead and motion Laporta to go out wide, and he on the linebacker. If that ain't cooked food, oh my gosh, I don't know what is. If that ain't barbecue chicken, I don't know what is. But to get back on it, right? Now I looked at some of the things, right? I don't totally agree with Mike Martz, and I'm gonna tell you why. But some of it doesn't come from just a pure play perspective. It comes from a quarterback view perspective, right? So in the picks, right, they said that he was showing us that if I think it's called 33rd team or something like that. And where I guess they got coaches coming on there and kind of just breaking down, just kind of talking about the moves or talking about the play or what's been controversial. So Mike Martz was talking about he was breaking down each Dak interception. Now, I seen it on Twitter. I didn't watch the full 17 on the YouTube, but I seen 12 of them, right? Now, his criticism was more for the play call and the wide receivers, and they're up here. And a lot of that I seen the mistakes, whether it be not coming to the football or route debt or them the option or whatever the case may be. I seen a lot of Dalton Schultz mistakes. Now I give Mike Morris. Okay, Mike Morris, of course, man. Mike Morris has seen it. He know like Mike Morris is a mind for sure. I ain't about to sit over there and discredit him because we know Mike Morris is a mind, right? and a better football mind than me, right? But let's be real here, right? Let's be real. Okay, they talk about like for instance the Noah Brown interception, right? They were talking about oh, that's not Dak's fault. Okay, look, yeah, we know it bounced off. But here's my thing. You got CeeDee Lamb and you got Dalton Schultz. And in a clutch situation, in an overtime situation, you going to your fourth and fifth best wide receiver in a big time situation. Do y'all remember that catch? I think it was against the Bills. I think it was the Vikings and the Bills game. When Kirk Cousins just messed around and just threw it up and Justin Jefferson came down. You got all these quarterbacks entrusting their number one wide receivers to do number one wide receiver things, but you get CeeDee Lamb 88 and you're throwing it to Noah Brown? Bro, I can't take that. I can't take that. Yeah, we know that a lot of the interceptions wasn't his fault, but I'll be honest with you, some of that was his fault. And he can't convince me otherwise. Because some of that is common sense. Like, okay, so in the big time, I thought they say big players make big time plays in big games. I thought that's what they said, right? So if that's the case, we know Noah Brown ain't no big time player, because if he was, then why the heck you bringing in Brandon Cooks? Why is you thinking about bringing another option in at tight end? Noah Brown should be the all in all. He should be a third option. But we know that ain't the case. He's Eastside Harold's third option, right? Or second option, right? So with that being the case, bro, Dak wrong. You don't see in other situations Joe Burrow, either he making a play on his own or he throwing it to his top two wide receivers. I see all these other big-time quarterbacks entrusting in a big-time wide receivers. The only one that you could say that really ain't had no big-time wide receivers off the top of my head was the Chiefs. That really did something that the Chiefs, because we know the Giants ain't did nothing. But everybody else pretty much got big-time wide receivers. So, no, I can't sit over there and say, now some of the stuff that he was showing with the route concepts with Kellen Moore. I mean, we knew that. We knew Kellen Moore sucked. So that's not a surprise. And we try to figure out how Kellen Moore stayed this long. Right? But come on, man. To say that all of the blame is on others and not Dak, I don't know. I had to disagree with that. But then you look at it like this: when Dak gonna sit over there and stop taking the blame for other people's mess ups? Man, I'd be like, no, I don't care. Shoot, no, CeeDee ran a wrong route. No, Dalton Schultz, he didn't come back to the football. Man, forget all that, man. You see other coaches, man, hold other people accountable, man. We gonna go with this take the blame type. Man, come on, man. We men. I thought we was playing in a man's game. So in a man game, I thought man take accountability for one's action. So if a man messed up, to say he messed up. But you don't hear nobody else talking about, oh, I messed up. Dak out here taking up. No, forget that. Forget that. I agree, Lo. I agree. I agree. You do get in his head. Right. So they tell so Mike Morris telling me, because I'm probably gonna have to finish the and see the other one. So he telling me that all them interceptions wasn't on him. I see him. I think they did that for controversial because they knew the probably was gonna say something because You telling me all the wide? So telling me. See, Mike Marsh don't know the concept. He doing what we doing. We didn't know what was called in the huddle. The only people who knew was the offensive coordinator, coach, Dak, and the wide receivers. So Mike Marsh don't know. We can just kind of go off and just try to use our common football sense. So to say that they wasn't his fault, man, that's a lie. He just kind of like, kind of at the end of the day, it's kind of like a guess. Unless we know it's like cover 3, cover 2, or what we see that we know. We don't know what the issue was. Dak could have messed around and said, no, run this. We're not doing that. He could have changed it in the huddle off of Kellen Moore. But then you talking about on the field that it ain't Dak's fault. I ain't taking that, Mike. I ain't taking that. That's Dak getting a free ride. No. You about to get $50 million. You getting $49 million this year? You gonna take this accountability? No. And then, okay, let's say it like this. Okay, let's say it like this, right? Against the Niners, right? That was it that pick 6 going to Gallup, and he was talking about the route where Gallup was horrible, right? Okay, yeah. But you telling me that Dak didn't know Gallup was hurt? So say, for instance, Gallup was hurt. You telling me Dak didn't know he was hurt? So then why would Dak expect to throw it to a wide receiver that he knows is hurt for him to come back to the football like that? Make that make sense, Mike Marks. Make that make sense, Mike Marks. He can't make no sense out of that. Dak know he hurt. Gallup told Dak that he was hurt. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and play through it. That's why I don't think he was hurt. Why would you want your hurt wide receiver to run a route like that? Knowing good well he's having lower extremity problems. Why would you even want to put him in a position to run a route like that? That's why this stuff ain't making no sense to me, man. And that's why I think that they're using the injury as an excuse. Oh yeah, Dak. Yeah. Okay. So that makes So Jay Bird makes sense of that then. So now we see he's a Dak fan. So now we know, because a lot of that deal wasn't making no sense to me. And $49 million. Now I'm not gonna call. Daniel Jones on the same caliber as Dak Prescott, but the production that they got, and Daniel Jones definitely had a lot less than what he did, and he pretty much had the same outcome as Dak Prescott, and he's gonna get paid less than Dak Prescott. I would say that the contract that Daniel Jones got would be something that the contract that's similar to Dak should have had. You're paying Dak $50 million pretty much. I want $50 million production. I don't care if the salary cap is going up or what. I need $50 million production. I need $50 million production. You're not giving me $50 million production. You're not giving me $50 million production. Bro, you didn't give me $40 million production. Come on, man. Come on. Nah. If if the black Kirk Cousins should be getting paid like Kirk Cousins. Black Kirk Cousins should be getting paid like Kirk Cousins. Straight up. His salary cap should be late 30s this year. Maybe 40. Not 50. You paid him like he elite. Come on, man. Come on, $50 million this year? Bro, I better be getting to the NFC Championship at minimum. I better be getting to the NFC Championship for $50 million? Come on, man. That's mandatory. I don't care what nobody say. Dak better bring me to the promised land, bro. Come on, man. You got all this. Come on, man. That's soft, man. Like, he don't want to run. Bro, how is your whole MO pretty much your mobility coming out of college, and all of a sudden you're scared to run? Now you want to show everybody you a pocket. Man. Forget all that, bro. I thought you said you was a team player. You want to make all these sacrifices. You talking about leader, bro. They want to see you run the ball. We want to see you on 35. They don't respect your legs. They don't respect your legs. And we paying you $50 million to be a pocket quarterback that you're not? Bro, no. When they beat LSU at Mississippi State, What did he do? Use his legs. Every time in a big game, Dak uses his legs. I remember the Vikings game on a Thursday night, his rookie year. What did Dak do on that third and long? Uses his legs. He uses legs. So no. Mm-mm. Big time games, in order to win big time, you gotta use your legs, man. Lamar don't have that problem. Burrow don't have that problem. Allen don't have that problem. Mahomes don't have that problem. Anybody in the NFC East don't have that problem. Shoot, even Kirk Cousins will go ahead and take off if he got to. All these other quarterbacks don't have that problem to take off. You even see Tom Brady will mess around and take off. Dak Prescott be having a fat lane to run through, but he don't want to take off. Bro, no, man, I don't want to hear about, man, I don't want to hear about none of that, man. That's soft, man. Straight up. Max. Come on, man. You gotta make plays, man. If I'm messing around paying this man 50 bill, then 50 bill. I don't care what nobody say. We paying him 50 mil. No, not Jerry. We is, because without our support, Jerry doing this with our money. I don't care what nobody say. Without our support, none of this would be possible. No, we paying Jerry a lot. Jerry took our money. Jerry took our jersey, our TV. He said, Jerry took our money to get this man 50 mil to be something he ain't. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. That ain't right. That ain't right. You can't tell me that ain't right. That ain't right. That is not right. That is not right. And then got the nerve to talk about, bro, this thing, if you had like 10 more million, if you take about 10 plus million from that, you would have more flexibility to do what you want to do. But you're playing a above average QB. 50 million is mad to me. He ain't a bum, but he ain't great either. He above average. You paying a above average elite money, pretty much, bro. Who getting paid 50 million? Lamar Jackson out there, man. He trying to get that. What Russell Wilson getting? What is man? And you know the market gonna keep growing because Joe Burrow gotta get paid, Mahomes got paid. The market just gonna keep growing. You know Herbert about to get paid. See, they always want to compare Herbert and Josh Allen, bro. We know if you really look at it, they all in the same boat. Allen always choke. Herbert ain't that. Herbert good, but he ain't that. Herbert might be a seasoned quarterback on some real. They all in the line. They all three of them quarterbacks are in alignment with each other. You know, the only difference is one of them is just a little bit darker than the other. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. And oh no, the second difference is two of them run more than the other one. Dak think he Trent Dilfer. Dak think he John Kitna. I think, man, hey, did John Kitna and Kellen Moore try to teach him how to be a pocket quarterback, man? Is that what it was? Is that what it was? Is that what it was? Did they teach that man how to be a pocket quarterback, man? I think that's what it was, man. I think they said, Dak, to go ahead and extend your career, You don't want to take no punishment like Lamar Jackson. You don't want to take no punishment like Josh Allen, do you? Huh? You see Herbert? You see how they always getting banged up and they always getting up kind of slow? Do you want that? You see how Mahomes struggling with his ankle? Do you want that? You see Russell Wilson, how he went from all that, like Keenan and Kel, to none of that? you know, do you want to be that? No. Then I'll suggest that you go ahead and stay in this pocket. Nah, man. Nah, man. We ain't taking none of that, man. We ain't taking that. That man better sit over there, man. Man, that man better sit up, man, bro. If Dak don't get the running, I better be seeing nothing but sprints from Dak. What is this, Dak? I'm out here practicing, man. Me running 20 yards for the first down. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Forget all that arm, bro. You don't need to be worrying about your arm. Well, we know what it is, man. Dak out here acting like, bro, come on, man. Man, we done went through the tape. We see the tape, y'all. We see what Dak was looking at. Bro, Mike Marks better not do this to me. Didn't we do this tape? Didn't we do the tape like a few months ago? Like February or something like that? We did the tape. We seen Dak. What the heck was Dak looking at? Bro, we had the all 22 view looking at what Dak was looking at. We looked at what Dak was looking at, bro. We like, bro, how you throw that ball? How do you throw that ball? How do you throw that ball? Bro, we were just sitting here, man. We were just like, wow. We was like Dak and Kellen tripping. We seen what Kellen Moore was drawing up. We like, bro, what is you doing? We seen what Dak was throwing. We like, bro, what is you doing? Now all of a sudden, Mike Marsh going to say that none of it intercept. So what be his fault then, Mike? Tell me, Mike, what be his fault? Because I'm still trying to figure out what's Dak's fault then. If all 17 of them picks wasn't his fault, then what was his fault then? Tell me this, Mike. He can't tell me. Talking about the scene, bro. Some of them throws were horrible. You seen, bro, you be looking, bro, Dak be looking, bro. Dak be staring them down. He be staring these wide receivers down. Didn't, at the end of the playoff game, I think with Fred Warner, he almost picked him off because he's staring them down. He's staring them, bro, what you doing? Bro, you's a vet. You've been in the league for years. Why are you staring him down? Knowing good and well they looking at you, keying in on you. They know what you get ready to do. And now we automatically knew, right, with the Jaguars, right? What did that Jaguars linebacker say? We knew that in this instance, they're gonna run a mesh route concept. So we been knew the predictability of Kellen Moore. We been knew that. Everybody else know that. But bro, like I said, you telling me that Dak Prescott can't sit over there in Omaha, green, blue, check, 1, 2, hut? You telling me he can't do none of that to get up out the play? Come on, man. Bro, so we still treating Dak Prescott like a rookie quarterback then. So he can't read the field then. So basically, what we seen Dak, we seen Dak reading skills was trash. And if y'all new to the channel and y'all ain't seen that film, go back and look. I believe it was a couple months ago, man. Dak Prescott. We did it after the Niner game, I believe. Bro, if you need any confirmation that boy can't read the field well, that film was for you. Cause we looking like, what the heck this man doing? Like, did he really throw that ball like that? We like, bro, he really stared him down, waited on him to try to get out his break. It took him 3 years to get out that break, and he still threw the football. And Mike Marsh said it's not his fault. Mike Marsh tripping. Mike Marsh is tripping. Tripping. See, man, I understand, man. You like certain players though, but we gotta keep it real. Dak be tripping, and now he out here laughing straight to the bank. Ha 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 ha. 49 to 50 million with this money, and still ain't gonna be able to read the field, bro. Out of the 50 million, you can't spend a couple million to go chill with Romo so he can teach you how to read the field. You can't go chill with Romo. You got all these greats, call these Cowboy greats, man, at quarterback. You got Mike McCarthy, who's supposed to be a coaching guru, and you telling me that you still can't read the field, bro? Who allowed you to pass college? Who allowed you to pass Mississippi State? Because we know that tutoring program. Who did your homework? Who did your homework? Because we know we if you can't do that, then we knew that school was a little bit hard for you. So how you get ready? How you get up out of Mississippi State? How you get out of high school? Because some of this stuff be like, bro, you've been playing the quarterback position for years now, over 10 years. You have enough knowledge, enough understanding to know there's certain do's and don'ts. Your reading should be improving. You telling me Burrow came in second year, read the field better than you? You telling me that some of these rookies is getting ready to come up in here and read the field better than you? Huh? Come on, man. Oh, man. It still ain't got them years, Lo. It still ain't got them legs, man. We still waiting on this man to go from ambrosia salad to fried chicken, but he don't want to get. He don't want to get it, Lo. He don't want to get it. Hey, Dak out there eating that unflavored chicken. She like, hey, Rain, how is that chicken? Oh, it's good, baby. It's delicious. Does it even live? No, it's fine, baby. It's delicious. Oh, man. Now, Keisha went on the air and seasoned that chicken. Dak like, man, you put a little bit too much seasoning on here. It's a little bit too much. Like it's babe, can you give me some video? Dackable. Oh man. I know. And the cool thing about it, I was thinking about that, Jay Bird. I was like, if we get a quarterback that they think could go ahead, all he needs them is Dak about a year or two. He definitely gonna take this year. It's Dak's year, no matter what you do. And maybe next year, Dak tripping, bench him in the middle of the season. Bro, you remember but they can't do it like that though. You remember what Pete Carroll did? They paid Matt Flynn, but seeing that Russell Wilson was the better option, and they chose that third round pick to go ahead and lead their team and allow the quarterback that they paid with Matt Flynn to sit on their bench. Hey, if they draft Dorian, the TCU quarterback, and he's the best option for that team, bro, he gonna have to sit that bench. Hey, yeah, it's gonna suck that you paying him $49 million to sit that bench though, but it's about wins and losses here, man. They're gonna do something, man, to win, man. It's all about wins and losses with this one, man. So as much as Buda Baker wants to get paid, shoot, I'm not. As much as I like Buda Baker, I could find me another Buda Baker. I would trade him. But I like Dorian though. Matter of fact, he probably gonna be because I had a month ago, I had started watching the quarterbacks. I started on Bryce Young, but I went on ahead. We made the detour after we voted to go straight to defense. So now we at the quarterback. I'm gonna go ahead and sit back and look at what these quarterbacks is doing. Because I'll tell you like this, y'all. I tell you like this: if the Dallas Cowboys luck up another time and get a middle round quarterback, that's their future. I'm gonna tell y'all like this: one, we some lucky, right? And two, right? Let it be a mobile quarterback who ain't scared to run. Let it be a quarterback that ain't scared to run. See, if Dak would use his legs more, I wouldn't trip. I'd be like, yeah, he can't. Yeah, man, he can't read his ABCs 1, 2, 3s in that playbook. Hey, but hey, man, he make plays. Let's say, for instance, Lamar Jackson can't read the playbook, right? You wouldn't know because he makes plays with his legs. They say, oh, what if he loses some of his athleticism? Lamar Jackson has enough athleticism that even if he loses it, he'll still be enough to go ahead, man, and make 20, 30-yard runs, man, and still make magic, man. Just like with Michael Vick, man. When he lost some of his magic, he still was fast. He still was mobile. He still was able to get out that pocket and go get that first down. Come on, man. And so if that's just an excuse not to pay Lamar Jackson, but Dak could do the same thing. Man, we know Dak ain't never been no burner. We know Dak is a power runner. Now, we wouldn't want Dak to go ahead, man, and keep trying to run over people. Because we know Dak lightweight uncoordinated, man, when it's time to make him time to make a move in the open field. But one thing for certain, though, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, Dak can do that. Come on, man. Come on, man. And even if you got to slide, come on, bro. Dak know how to slide. Come on, man. You know, I admire that he likes to look down the field and looks to make the throw. But, bro, as we've been discussing for quite some time, if the Dallas Cowboys want to go deep, it has to be on the arm and the legs of Dak Prescott. It can't just be on the arm, y'all. It can't just be on the arm. It can't be. Right? Now, like I said, man, there's so many prospects, man, that can do good for the Cowboys. And I believe that maybe one or two of them prospects will be available because I believe that these tackles is going to go. I believe that maybe some of these rushers is probably going to go. Some of these quarterbacks is going to go. Branch is going to go. Probably a couple of these linebackers might go too. A couple corners, offensive linemen. Somebody going to reach on Avila probably. So there's going to be options for us to do. Now, personally, like if Bijan or Gibbs ain't there, if one of these tackles ain't there, one of these wide receivers who you may see like an Addison, Johnston, Flowers, if they ain't there, one of these edge rushers ain't there, I'm gonna tell you what I'll do. I would trade back. I would I would trade back to like 32, 30. And I will go get, because I think Charbonnet is going to go early in the second round. I would trade back early in that round, get that running back, and get that fifth year option on him. So you can get about 5 to 7 years from that running back. Right? You can get at least 5 years on a cheap contract and get good. And what Charbonnet will probably be by what? After that 5th year, he'll probably be what, about 26, 27? Then maybe go ahead and extend them maybe after the 4th year or the 5th year, man. Give him about a couple more years. Then after that, man, be done. Now, I hate to say that about a player, though, but we know that giving a running back a second contract ain't an option, right? We know that. We know that unless you just, we know that. That's why they hesitate to play Saquon. That's why the Minnesota Vikings looking like, we're not going to be committal to Dalvin Cook. That's why, with the rebuild that Tennessee about to go through, that's why they're looking like Henry. I even seen, I don't know if it's a true rumor or not, but I seen some Derrick Henry being linked up to the Cowboys. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Would I want Derrick Henry? Yeah, I'll take Derrick Henry because I think Derrick Henry can give us a couple years. But then you look at, okay, so what's the wear and tear on Derrick Henry? So we know we're not about to pay him. I think he already paid, if I'm not mistaken. So he might have to come up out of that. Honestly, if that didn't kill the cat so bad, I went right, Bird. Dak real identity on the offense is his playmaking and you facts. That's facts. If someone can win a Super Bowl with Brad Johnson or Joe Flacco, then we can win that, but not paint facts. And that's why I was saying we got to make sure that defense is A1. We got to make sure that running game is A1. We got to make sure the wide receiver. And I'm telling you like this though, right? If Gallup, bro, I'm telling y'all, Cooks is only gonna work with Gallup. If Gallup can come back to how he was, that Cooks trade is gonna be crazy. But if not, the Cooks might put us in a little bind, right? Kind of like, okay, we got CD and we got Cooks though, but this offense could be that much better if we can at least get Gallup before he got hurt. I want LV playing weak side and let one of these younger linebackers. Yeah. See if Damone Clark big enough. See if he can handle the mic responsibilities. Not enough athleticism from LV. Yeah, because LVE, as big as that boy is, that boy Dave, they're the size of Rolando McClain, man. It ain't no Mike linebacker. He really is a weak side. Because I believe that his year when his good year, I believe Jalen Smith was playing Mike, and he was the weak side, and that was his best year. Yeah, it's like he in a grown man body, but got a little kid spirit. You know what I mean? Like you would think, man, somebody 6'4", 260 that can move like that and that's physically imposing like that will be smacking stuff, man. Y'all remember? No, I wasn't even on YouTube when we had that, but I wanted the Alabama running back over at Leighton Vander Esch because of the toughness and the leadership that he would bring to the team, right? What was it? Was it Rashaan Evans? Man, I can't think. I think it was Rashaan. I think so. The Bama linebacker that came out when he came out. That's who I wanted. I don't even think is he still playing? I think him and Leighton probably fell off around the same time. Yeah, I think they probably fell out around the same time, yo. But Rich, what's going on, man? What's going on, Rich? But yeah, man, I'm like, oh, man, hey, I'm excited though. Oh, and also, hey, I've been peeping because I know I got to do a mock draft up on here, man. We're gonna do a live mock draft on here. What's a good site to do? Because I seen CBS did it the last time I did it. What's a good site to do like a realistic like mock draft? Because I'm gonna do a mock draft on here, to kind of see how things gonna play out. And probably I should go ahead and be watching the thing. But yeah, I'll probably do the mock draft, man. Let's see, it's Friday. And I'll have some quarterbacks done, if not all of them. Have that mock draft maybe like beginning of the week next week or something. Have it at the beginning of the week. Y'all know a good site to do the mock drafts? Or should I just go through the CBS if they still doing that mock draft? Oh man, this thing popped up on me. God dang it. Hold up. Let me take this off. There we go. This thing popped up when I'm going live. What the heck? There we go. But yeah, so I want to do a mock draft, man, and LVE is going to be a backup. By the end of the season, you have to pay for PFF now. Oh, to do a mock? Okay. I'm about to look into that. I thought they do the little thing, but let me look. Damn. They changing stuff up, huh? So I got to be like a subscription member or something like that? Dang, I'm about to look into that. I'm about to look into that this weekend, see what's going on. Yeah, I'm going to look into that. So I at least try to do a little mock draft, man. But hey, but y'all, I'm still scratching my head throwing the LVE, man, because especially with the linebackers coming out, I would have thought to go ahead, man. Y'all know who the linebacker that I did. I wanted that Bengals linebacker, man. I mean, they got LVE at a decent price, but I just think we need to go another direction, right? We got all these linebackers that we don't even know what we're gonna do. We don't even know what the Oklahoma State linebacker gonna do. We don't even know what Cox gonna do. We got LVE. We know what he gonna do, but let's just hope the best for him as far as health wise. We don't know. I mean, the only thing that we can say that's certain that we know that's gonna grow from last year is Damone Clark, because we've seen it as soon as he came in, right? He had his ups and downs, right? He had his growing pains though, but he showed you that hey, once he get it all together and he puts it all up here and it starts slowing down, he gonna be a good linebacker. And he got good size on him too. I believe, and he about 240 something. 240 that can move, man. You know, it's crazy though. Because even as a rookie, though, man, y'all remember that film that I did, man, when we was looking at that soft run defense, man, and we seen how Damone Clark had his run fist right, but Leighton Vander Esch was all on this side, man, and then the running back popped out. We're like, bro, what, bro, you was a veteran linebacker that was under a Sean Lee for a hot minute. How was you so undisciplined like this, man? How was you like? We already got to deal with that. You not no hitter. We automatically got to deal with, you know what I'm saying, that you cha Charmin and you like cupcakes, man, and instead of chicken and beef. We already understood that. So, bro, why are you doing us a disservice being out of position? Zay Flowers, Bijan with the first. Oh, Trent. Oh yeah, Trent would be a good pickup. Who you taking with the first? Okay, that link I sent is. Oh, you sent the link. Okay, I'm at the. If you sent it on here, I didn't see it. I'll probably have to catch it on a replay. If you can, Jay Bird, can you send it on one of the community on one of the community posts, the last community post that I made, so I can check it out. And so who you taking with the first pick? Realistically, I'll be honest with you, y'all. I'm taking one. If one of them premium, damn, y'all know I want Bijan for sure. But if it was one of them premium rushers or Bijan, I'm taking premium rushers, and then I'm taking Bijan. That's who I would want, because they say that Bijan may not be there. But I say this: how is a running back like Najee Harris available to Pittsburgh Steelers at 24? If Najee Harris, especially with the way that running backs are and how a lot of teams already got their running backs established, you know, for the most part, how could somebody like Bijan Robinson not have a good opportunity to fall to Dallas at 26? I would say he do. I would say he does. And I wouldn't be surprised if somebody trying to reach up just because how fast Gibbs is and try to take him before. But Trenton Simpson, I would take. I like Trenton. Bijan, yeah. Zay. I like Zay. I think Zay will do good if they messed around and got one of them top 3 tight ends and then got Zay. I would, and if Dak didn't do nothing with that, with a running back, if Dak can't do nothing with that, man, I don't know what to tell him, man. But there's so many opportunities, man. Like, especially going off of what we need, because y'all know what we need is more on the offensive side, right? That's what we need, right? The running back. We're gonna need another wide receiver. It may not be a pressing need, but it may be a pressing need, right? Because you got Cooks for how long, right? You don't know if Gallup is gonna build up on what he used to be. We don't know if he ever gonna recover. So you could end up being in a bad position at wide receiver and only just having CD. So I would say that wide receiver will be a priority as well as running back. with offensive line, would I take offensive line in the first? Only if one of them top 3 tackles is available. Only if Anton, Paris. What's the other one? Can't think of the other one, man. Damn, I can't think of his name though. But only if one of them top 3 tackles is there. Because really, I'm telling y'all, really, I want to go ahead and keep Tyler Smith at guard. That'll fix your guard problems. Because you got to remember that Zach Martin, you don't know how long his shelf life is. You got Terrence Steele. What you gonna do with the center? You gonna pay the center, or you gonna wait? So what if the center has another good year? You gonna pay him? You gotta pay Tyler Smith. He can get a big contract, fat contract, especially when he showed you that he could play left tackle and guard. And this is why I would think that Tyler Smith would go guard. It's cheaper to go pay him as a guard than pay him as a tackle. You pay Tyler Smith as a tackle, he can ready to break the bank on you if you keep building up on a season that he had like last year. That's why it'd be better to put him at guard and just go get you a cheap tackle. Go allow you to play a Tyron and maybe draft one of them top tackles, right? Because that way you can get 5 years out of that tackle. And do what you want with the other spots. Because I believe that some of the things that they're going to draft is going to be predicated on future money. Need a D tackle for sure. For sure. I like Mozzie. I'm more of right now. I'm more of one of these young 3 techs though. I'm more of one like Carl, the LSU D tackle. I'm more kind of leaning toward the 3 tech that can get upfield. We need some pass rush up the field. We can always go get us another bigger body, whether it be later on or a trade. But I think that what this team needs, as Loke said it earlier, somebody like Quentin Williams, somebody that can disrupt the middle. And I think that one of these D tackles, man, whether it be in the day 2 or day 3, because we see some D tackles, man, that can get upfield. I believe that's the route that this team should go. Behind or ahead of Osa, whether he start or he comes in as a backup for a year, develop, and then come in, man, do his Dougie. This team in the middle was trash, whether it be pass rush or stopping the run. The only pass rush that you got was when we ran the NASCAR package or we blitz Micah or Leighton. That's the only inside pressure that you got this year. With Lawrence at 3 or one of them other ends at the 3 tech position. That's the only static that you got. That ain't good enough. Especially when the last Super Bowl winners have Chris Jones, Aaron Donald, the disrupting D tackles have been winning the Super Bowl. Even Vita Vea is a disruptive D tackle. So all them disruptive D tackles have been winning the Super Bowl. So that tells me the Dallas Cowboys need to get on board and get these disruptive D tackle. And there's a few of them that they can grab. And look, and where we picking, you might got to do some. You don't need to reach in the first round, but day 2, y'all might need to reach a little bit, because if you're gonna really rate for somebody that you think may be a 3rd round pick, is you gonna wait till the end of the 3rd round to see if he falls? You might need to take him at the end of that 2nd round. That's all I'm saying. Okay, appreciate that, Jay Bird. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. They on drugs with their rankings. Look at Corey Durden from NC State. I have no idea why he's ranked so low. Him at it still 15 minutes. Let me write that down. What's his name? Corey Durden. I'm gonna check him out. Corey Durden. You're gonna check him out. Yeah, cause there's a whole bunch of value, y'all. The value is the Friday and Saturday picks. That's where the value is, y'all. That's where the value is. And running back, right? Because like I said, it's only the class of the running back position is only the 2 running backs. But it ain't like there ain't no good running backs though. What is it? The Tulane running back? Like I said, Charbonnet. What's that running back, man? The big one, man. It's not BYU, man. It's damn. Oh, I can't think of his name, man. But he was in one of the smaller schools. He's about 220, 230. And I think the Dallas Cowboys brought him in too. Let me see. Because I got my notes right here. Do I got the running back right here? Oh, no, it's in the other one, I think. Yeah, it's in the other one. It's my other book. Damn. Wish I could tell you right now. But yeah, it's a lot of the value is Friday, Saturday, y'all. So if we get lucky to get one of the ones we like, so be it. If not, so be it too. Because there's gonna be a couple teams, man, that's gonna reach on things that we probably thought was there. And I wouldn't be surprised what Jay Bird said if a Trenton Simpson was available there, because he ain't got no position. He ain't got no position. So what? You know what I mean? If a player like that that can bring some physicality to you, shoot, man, you might want to take that. I'm turn this fan off. That's probably making me cool. I would take a Trenton Simpson. Hey, low. Facts. Facts. Facts, low. Facts. We out here thinking that he get ready to. We out here thinking Vanilla Gorilla get ready to go ahead, man, and be an anchor. I don't think we have to. You wouldn't even need to go get Hankins. You wouldn't even need to have to go get Hankins if you had him. Well, because come on, man. Like, I know that's why. I'm very certain that's why they got rid of him, because he couldn't work down the line quick. I'm very certain. Because Hankins can work down the line even though you're a big boy, but he Vanilla Grill is more of a just a 2-gap in, hold up, going straight forward type of player, which was fine. Especially they could have used that type of player this year. We was soft, man. Zach Evans, team been pretty good. Evans and Bigsby was kind of like okay to me. I had Evans over Bigsby. I was more damn, why I can't think of this man's name. But he had the fumbling problem. But he was a good running back though. He had good contact balance. Damn, man. Let me see if I can find him. Hold up. I'm gonna tell y'all his name. Hold up. Give me a second. Because I can't think of his name right now. Let me see. Here we go. Let me see. Okay, we got Bijan. Damn. Some dude got Charbonnet over Gibbs. What's his name, man? Oh, somebody got Tank Bisbee at 5. Yeah, I like Roshan too, but that's not who I was talking about though. Let me see. Damn. Where he at? Not Chase. Kenny Mack. Nah. Damn, where my guy at? I gotta go to CBS. I know I gotta go to CBS. Hold up. And I'll and you know the cool thing about it is, y'all, I wouldn't I like the Kansas State running back instead of Tony Pollard. Yeah, there we go. Dwayne McBride out of UAB. 5'10", 209. Yeah, him. Yeah, him. Dwayne McBride. I think he'd be solid too. Yeah. Oh, you already said it, Jay Bird. Yeah. With a cut. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Carlos Watkins had one of them wish upon a star seasons, man. Oh man, he been trash. Man, he been trash since Moses parted the Red Sea. Now all of a sudden he got a decent. Now they want to talk. Nah, man. Trash is trash, homie. Trash is trash, homie. Carlos Watkins, bro. I do not like it. I don't care. I don't care if he had decent games or what. Every dog got his day. You know? Shoot. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, somebody get beaten, man. Every once in a while, your brother might hit a lucky shot on you. And that's the thing with Carlos Watkins, man. Bro, he ain't no good player, bro. Nah, bro. And then what's his name? From Kentucky, the other D tackle that we drafted the year before, he inconsistent. He started off good. But he didn't finish. He didn't finish. And that's on him. if he would have been consistent, like, you know, it's bad when he getting benched and ain't even and is inactive for Carlos Watkins and Gallimore. You know it's bad. Because Gallimore trash. If you be inactive for Gallimore and Watkins, you need to rethink your NFL career. You really need to think your NFL career. Watkins and Gallimore, bro. I'm so tired of Gallimore. I'm so tired of him. Man. And the cool thing about it is he did that at Oklahoma too. But he showed up a lot more at Oklahoma than he did with us, bro. Gallimore messing around, have a play here. But they thought that he was going to do something because he had a nice little preseason play. Was it the first play against the Texans or something like that? Oh, Gallimore, look. Bro, he going against fifth string lineman, bro. He better do that. What you mean? He better do that. People think that because they make plays on little weaklings No, I ain't trying to call. Yeah, I'm calling weak, bro. We go ahead and just call it. You think because he making plays on little weaklings, man, that all of a sudden, man, he didn't improve, bro. You doing what you're supposed to do. That's like me sitting over there, man, at DN going against Pee Wees, and I'm out here got 10 sacks, and they're like, oh my gosh, he's NFL talent. No, he's supposed to do that, man. Now, if the Pee Wees block it, then he's like, you need to get cut. You know, it's the same thing with Neville Gallimore, man. Snowfall. I stopped watching that like 2 seasons ago. But hey, hey Harold, I'll talk about Snowfall too if I was a Texans fan. Hell yeah, I would. Shoot, you want to talk about spoiler? Shit, your whole season about to get spoiled again. You ain't even started. God damn, I know that sucks, Harold. God dang, man. God dang, I know that sucks, man. Oh man. Hey, like I said, man, it ain't too late, Harold, man. If you want to be a cowboy, man, we will not hold all the things that you had said in the past against you. We will welcome you with open arms, man. You just got to go ahead, man, and denounce and renounce the Texans, man. You denounce and renounce the Texans. Go ahead, man, and let you know, man. We go ahead and welcome you in open arms. But you like to be difficult sometimes, Harold. It's not healthy. It's not healthy to be a Texans fan. You know, we can't help you there, man. Oh man. Dang, man. That's some cold game though. That's some cold game. But yeah, man. I mean, it's a whole bunch of things, man, that's going on. And this week, especially probably starting this weekend, you're gonna see a whole lot of smoke screen stuff. You know, it's gonna get people that they really kind of been following the draft, like, oh, nah, because they're gonna be because you know how it go. They say, oh, he the best one, and all of a sudden he falls to like the fifth or sixth tank, and like, hold up, why is he dropping so much? And then they be like, oh, well, we did this. Oh, well, team said that they don't like this. So you know, we may like a player, another team may not like a player. It may fit for them, but it may not fit for us, or it may fit for us, may not fit for them. Somebody like Trenton Simpson, he should only go to somebody that has experience or can scheme and get the most out of him. Honestly, he would be in the second level a lot if it was me. He would be a linebacker if it was me. I would be putting him on tight ends if it's time to guard if it was me. I would draft him if it was me. That's a player, man. That's just another chess piece, right? You got the king and the queen, right? With Michael Parsons, right? That's another chess piece, man, that you can move all over the chessboard. Bro, what? Since we like versatilities, like it's like the cool thing about it is, y'all, the linebackers that I seen coming out, it's starting to be like positionless players, right? Like people struggling with Drew Sanders. Drew Sanders is more of a 3-4 outside linebacker to me. So a 3-4 team, like somebody like Pittsburgh would benefit off of Drew Sanders. Trent Simpson, people gonna struggle. He gonna fall probably a little bit because people gonna struggle. Where do I place him at? Well, you come to the Cowboys, it's gonna be easy. We gonna know where to place you at, right? But you go to a team like the Raiders or something like that, your career is gone, right? You know, you go to the Texans, man, your career is gone, right? You know, so you know, a team that got to know how to use them, and really, he should probably be with a team that's contending for the playoffs. D'Amico, right? Dang. Facts. Facts, Bird. Shit. Hey, Harold, there ain't nobody up over here crying over Schultz, man. I'll tell you that. Hey, Schultz easily became y'all number one wide receiver threat. Deshaun. Yeah. And the massage ladies. Damn, man. Hey. Damn, man. Hey, Harold. Hey, y'all better go hide Bryce Young, man. Y'all better go hide Bryce Young, man. At least that better be y'all pick. But y'all better go hide Bryce Young, man. Because, man, y'all going to ship that man in the Browns, man, after Deshaun, man. Oh, man. Y'all over there getting people caught up over there, Harold. No, hey, that's probably, hey, y'all probably ain't be like, man, you see what y'all did to Deshaun Watson? Hey, and that's gonna be one thing that's gonna hurt y'all too. The way y'all did Deshaun Watson. People ain't gonna want to deal with that. Y'all let that man out to dry, man. Y'all ain't come up there and buy him nothing, man. y'all couldn't buy them off, man. Y'all know, even if he wanted a good time or not, y'all couldn't buy them girls off, man. Your owner ain't right, man. Hey, we know. Come on, man. Oh, man. Man out there want to walk in the park, man. Y'all the best around shit that man off the grid to Cleveland, man. Y'all ain't right. Harold. Y'all shit that man off the grid, man. That man was off the grid. And Cleveland like, oh man, Baker ain't gonna work. Brissett ain't gonna work, man. Let me go ahead, man, and go get Deshaun Watson, man. Oh man, y'all ain't right, man. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right over there in H-Town, man. Y'all supposed to be boogieing over there, man. Oh man. Yeah, man. It's so many possibilities, man. Like I said, the only thing that's guaranteed is probably some of them tackles, some of them quarterbacks, maybe a couple of them rushers. Cornerbacks probably going into teams. Skoronski gonna be up in there. Also, I would look at y'all. I know it's a left field though, but Cody Mock. Cody Mock will make the passing game right. Cody Mock good. But yeah, man, it's a whole bunch of possibilities, man. We picking 26, man. You know somebody gonna reach. Somebody gonna get Jordan Davis. All right, somebody gonna reach, man. Let's just hope as many quarterbacks and tackles come off the board. Let's just hope for a lot of them to come off the board early. And that's gonna leave us with a couple options at 2-26. And then may the best man win, y'all. May the best man win. May the best man win. Oh, man, I'm excited, man. 11 more days, man. But anywho, man, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Get ready to start up on these quarterbacks. You need to look at these quarterbacks, man. I want to look at that UCLA one first, man. I started on Bryce Young. I'll finish him up, though. Because I'm looking at these quarterbacks, though, right? Like, even when I go look at, like for instance, I looked at, when I was looking at Jamie Robinson last night. And I'm looking at him against Florida. I'm looking at Richardson, right? I'm looking like, he left a little bit to desire. He left a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and hold off on it. Levis, he definitely left a lot to be desired. Because I've seen a lot of Kentucky watching the film, right? Because, watching the SEC guys, you're going to see Kentucky a lot. I seen Strauss, and the ones, and looking at some of these quarterbacks, man. Of course, I'll have my eye on the other prospect though. But the quarterbacks that only stood out to me so far, and I didn't even do a thorough research on them, was the UCLA quarterback and Bryce Young. Now I seen Richardson throw some pretty footballs down the field, right? And it was accurate, right? But they were by themselves though, right? So you better be able to throw the football and be accurate down the field by yourself, right? And Stroud did the same thing, right? And Stroud will be interested, right? Because Stroud got the best wide receiver in college football. And it ain't likely that you're gonna have a similar path in the NFL, right? So it's gonna be interesting, man, because with UCLA and watching UCLA, all I seen was what? The two running backs, and a lot of it, to the offensive line, every time, man, they snap the ball, man. Dorian got to mess around, man, and get up out of there quick. So and he was still being efficient moving the ball. So that showed me a lot, man. So I'm about to be looking at these completion percentages, man. I seen that Anthony Richardson's was horrible, man. So we're gonna figure out what's going on with that, because like I would see Richardson, he'll make a good deep ball throw, and then like he'll make an inconsistent, like a play that he should make, like a 7-yard pass, he would be inaccurate there. So I seen a lot of inconsistencies in his game, right? But just not even like just kind of just looking at him like from afar. So I wonder what's going on with that, man. But the tape don't lie. The tape hasn't lied yet. These quarterbacks are going to be interesting because, hey, day 3, Dallas is in play for a quarterback. And I'll be honest with you, right? I'm not saying like Stroud or Richardson, right? But somebody like Dorian or somebody like that, man, that you may gotta have to go get it in like the 3rd round, you better go get that, right? If you got to go get a quarterback a little earlier and you may believe in him that he may be that guy, you do just that. It's like what the Chiefs did, right? The Chiefs, man, got Mahomes in what, the 20s, right? The Green Bay Packers, man, they had Aaron Rodgers and with Aaron Rodgers, but they got Love in the 20s. Well, if Dorian is a 1st-round pick, man, look, man, because like I said, the meat of the draft is day 2, day 3 anyway. So if he's a pick, man, see if you can trade back a couple, get a couple more picks, maybe make a trade or something like that, whatever you got to do, you know what I mean? If you got to get a contract out the board and you draft your quarterback. You know what I mean? Because there's no right or wrong answer. If you see a guy, man, that can be your dude for the next 7 to 10 years, you get that. And he ain't got to be in the fire. You can allow him to go ahead and chill. You know what I mean? And get under Mike McCarthy, man. Get under some coaching, man, and allow him to relax, man. And maybe next year or the year after that, man, go at it. Right? If you see that with Max Duggan, if you believe that he may be the guy, then you do that. So, you going to Clemson spring game tomorrow? Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Okay. So you living out there? That's what's up. Yeah, man. You know it, Lo. You know it, man. You know it. I got bets lined up already, man. Oh, he's conceded? Oh, he went an MJ Bird. Oh, I'm about to grade him harsh. I'm about to grade him because I didn't see nothing spectacular with him. I ain't gonna lie. And you had Wandale. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't seen nothing spectacular. But I can't wait to watch these quarterbacks, man. I can't wait to watch these quarterbacks, man. Dugan is oh no. Oh no. I can see it too, Jay Bird. I ain't gonna lie. I can see that. I can see it. We good off that. I'm good off that. You know what I mean? Unless you're gonna pay Dugan, you gonna give you that production. Hey, we need a baller, y'all. That's what the Cowboys need. This franchise needs somebody, man. This thing, man. Dak Prescott was the type of quarterback that, see, Dak Prescott and Romo should have been switching eras. If we had a Romo type quarterback right now, I think a lot of things would be different. If Dak should have been, Dak was the one for that. Yeah, that's for the Romo era, man. We didn't got both these quarterbacks in the wrong era, man. Man, and I ain't gonna lie, I still think about that. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't have forgiveness in my heart, right? I forget, but I ain't got forgiveness in my heart. And I don't like I even though Dak was balling, Romo should have been started in that playoff game. That first year. He should have started. He should have. He should. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care because you never know. Who knows what would have happened? Dak should have Romo should have been a starter. And I don't have no forgiveness in my heart for that. None. I don't think it's like people don't get over. See, I kind of got over the Dez catch. I didn't get over that move. That's one move I didn't get over. I didn't get over that. I need a conceited QB that eats mushroom. hey, hey, I don't mind conceited if he Joe Burrow or he A-Rod or something. I don't mind it. I love a quarterback that gonna talk. Oh, I don't want no good boy and that throw the ball sometimes like Eli Manning, and you want to say the good things, man, and all the thing that you want to put on your chicken is just a little bit of black pepper and nothing else. Nah, nah, nah. I need me a quarterback, man, who's you know what I mean, who go ahead, man, and eat a little fruit on the side but love his chicken seasoned. You know, come on, man. Tell me Joe Burrow ain't eating good. Tell me Joe Burrow ain't gonna tell his shot, nah, Shotty, that chicken ain't seasoned enough. You best to be going ahead, man, and throw a little bit more of that on there, man. You tell me Joe Burrow ain't telling his Shotty that. Thanks, he is, man. But Dak Prescott, he want to go ahead, and it's like what he do with the quarterback. He want to go ahead and let it slide. You know, baby, it's all right. I'll eat it this time. It's all right, baby. And she keep doing it. He keep letting it on. And he wonder why, man, he throw the football the way he do. He wonder why he throw the football the way he do, man. Nah, man. That man better sit over there, man. Man, we gonna go ahead, man, and make a little we're gonna go out there and riot, man. Seasoned chicken for Dak, man. They said no justice, no peace. He said no season, no meat. Right. Come on, man. You use a whole bottle of hot sauce on the chicken, man. You know. Shoot, man. No casserole today. Where is the black eyed peas? Where's the red beans and rice? Where the, you know what I mean? The collard greens with WC. I'm spitting pilot seeds. Hey, we need, come on, man. Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, if Dak go ahead and change, if Dak change, hey, look, Loke was on to something some months ago. If Dak change his woman, you're gonna see a change in Dak, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. Watch. I believe it. I believe it. Loke as soon as Loke said that, Loke, you on to something. This is facts. I'm telling you. This is facts. I'm telling you, y'all. they think you lying, Loke. They think you lying, man. What's going on, Tough Love? They think you lying, man, but you not. You on to something, man. If Dak changes woman, man, you gonna see a change, man. You gonna see him, man, when he run for the first down, he ain't gonna slide. He gonna put his shoulder in there, right? You know what I mean? He gonna go ahead, man, and he ain't gonna play Tom Jones no more, right? He gonna go ahead and maybe play the Hot Boys or something, maybe a little Juvenile or something like that. Maybe he's a little bit of Pimp C or something like that, man. And yeah, man, he gonna get a couple 15s in the speakers, man, in the car, man. Man, and he gonna have in his backpack. You know what he gonna have, man? You know what he gonna have in that backpack, man? Some hot sauce. When they up in that cafeteria, man, you know what he gonna have, man? Some hot sauce, man. Some seasoning. You know what I mean? You know, food gonna already be ready. Like, Deck, you ain't eating at this cafeteria food? Let me think. Nah. What Babe made this morning, man. I'm cool. Babe up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, man. She got the scarf on her head, man. You know what I mean? Cooking up a storm. Dak waking up, man. Baby, that smells so delicious. You know what you making? Baby. Baby, I gotta sit on and fatten you up, baby. I got to fatten you up, man. You from the countryside, man, and you been eating this unseasoned chicken for this long, baby. I got you. We gonna make Jay Bird a believer, man. Hey, man. Go ahead, man. Seasoned chicken for Dak, man. Hey, Teflon, man, we trying to go ahead, man, and give us some more hobbies, man. Man, we trying to go ahead, man, and get this quarterback right. all that skiing, yeah, that's cool and everything, man. But yeah, man, we gonna go ahead and put these dominoes on the table real quick, man. You know, did they let the yeah, man, they let the dozer out, man, because Randy. Go ahead and invite Randy Gregory over, right? I know y'all was beefing for a minute, but go ahead and tell Randy we go over, man, and he gonna bring the green stuff over while your baby cooking. Right, y'all gonna play some dominoes, man. He gonna play Deck. You won't hit this. Deck, you won't hit this, man. Deck. Go ahead, man. Man, come on, man. Man, I don't know, Jay Bird. Oh man, hey, I'm telling you, man, it's a whole bunch of things that need to change around here, man. And hey, number 4, hey, it's going. Hey, they said it starts from the top, right? They said it starts from the top. So if it starts from the top, you see what happened with Russell Wilson? Sierra done mess around. Sierra probably messing up that man's life, man. We know Sierra don't know how to cook. All she know how to do is shake her tail feather, man. Sierra don't know how to cook. You know what I mean? Hey, man, you see your choice of woman makes a big difference, right? See, Sierra done messed around and been trying to cause some ruckus. Now, it was a rumor now. I ain't saying this was a fact. It was a rumor that I guess Dak did a little bit of cheating. And he was going through a little bit of breakup, or was it reverse? Somebody did some cheating, and he was going through a little breakup, and that was on his mind. Now, look, Dak. There's a whole bunch of things that need to change, man. You Dak Prescott, man. And I know you ain't tripping, man. After all them days, man, that you came home, especially in the all season, you eating unseasoned meat, medium rare meat. I know you not tripping. I know you not. You Dak Prescott, man. I know you not tripping, man. I know you not tripping, Dak. Dak, boy, all them little, and you in Texas too? All them little baddies over there in Texas? You right in Dallas? Oh, Dak, that needs to change, man. That need to change, Dak. Right. Man, shoot, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, he put that. Hey, You see how hey, Megan Stallion got Tory Lanez, man, busting at them feet, man. This thing, man, what she gonna have that Prescott do, boy? Hey. Oh man. Uh oh, Bulls in the Heat. Classic. I'm gonna check that out. Well, anywho, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I'm going to look at this quarterback, man, and see what that game looking like, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man, chopping it up with me. We had a good time on this one. But anywho, man, y'all stay blessed, man. Y'all stay safe, man. And hey, we almost here, man. The draft time, man. It's gonna be a big one. But all right, y'all, man. Y'all stay up and